Yes, indeed. It is called Tease, where the commercial lens of idols and wrestling converge. In venturing north, the weebs discover the truth of the old words. The idols fade, and the CEOs just create more. The four pillars in the realm that is TJPW. The White Dragon, Rikatatsume. The Magical Girl, Yuka Sakazaki. The Big Kaiju, Shoko Nakajima. And the unequivocal Lord of TJPW, Miyu Yamashita. For centuries, the pillars ruled over the realm, trading the crown of princess between each other and rarely in the hands of outsiders. But the gods of the realm made a purely commercial business deal with the agents of Upfront Works to expand their pre-existing idol group, the Up Girls, into two new groups of idols. The Up Girls 2 and the Up Girls Pro Wrestling. Four new idols born into the realm for the sole purpose of commercializing fan service of their existing brands seem doomed to burn into ashes upon reaching the flames of the idols. But it worked! They performed at the beginning of every TJPW show and showed much promise in the ring. Miyu, Raku, Hinano, and Hikari. As time progressed, these idols outgrew their idol image and transcended toward elitehood, with the potential to one day bypass the flames of the four pillars and become the princess of princesses and bring forth a new age of possibilities. For yes, indeed, the fires of the idols are beginning to fade. For now, the Up Girls, each on their own quest away from one another, yet still performing every opening, have their own identities. Miyu Watanabe, the powerhouse prodigy, with perhaps the best faces in TJPW. Raku, the train goddess, aka God Raku, all pray to Raku. The furtive idol, Hinano, graduated and left the realm of wrestling altogether. And Hikari Noa, she who lives in death, with aspirations to be the deathmatch queen. And while it was a sugar rabbit who would seemingly bring forth a new age as the princess of princesses, the focus of our story will be on she who wishes to bring forth an age of death. Hikari Noa once said she loves the concept of barbed wire because it was invented solely to cause humans pain. And she said it with a smile. This person said it, she who lives in death. She reminds me of the high school girls who weren't exactly goth, but weren't exactly emo. We used to call them alternative. Now we call them Starbucks baristas. Hikari Noa wanted to be a pro wrestler the moment she saw Jun Kasai, the legendary deathmatch warrior. This person, with this smile, aspires for death, yet likes her pizza with just cheese. No sauce. Just cheese. Cheese bread. This person who likes death matches and plain cheese only pizza. Meanwhile, what Kana's pizza be like? So what the hell is wrong with Hikari Noa? In a very helpful interview by their wrestling podcast in 2021, Hikari Noa said that she was told to graduate high school before applying for wrestling training, and upon graduation felt awkward about going back to audition when it felt like she was rejected the first time, but she saw an advertisement for the Up Girls Pro Wrestling and saw an opportunity to audition again from a different avenue. Clearly it worked too, because Homegirl had no traditional training in anything of anything. She was the only up girl with no athletic background and found training hard, often feeling like the other girls were progressing faster than she was. But she dedicated herself and applied herself to keeping up with the other girls who all wanted to be idols and were excited to perform, while she herself just wanted to wrestle. Hikari found the idol training just as difficult, as these girls performed in the opening of nearly every show and had to wrestle on the card, often first. Even more insane is that she hardly listens to music. She hardly listens to music, likes death matches and barbed wire and cheese bread. This person with this smile, who has a YouTube channel with her dog Okayu. Oh, look at the doggy. Noa debuted with the other up girls in a tag team match, teaming with the future god of trains and sleep, Raku, against future queen of swing, Miyu Watanabe and Hanano. She said she felt more anxious about the match than the opening performance, as she was fully aware someone will win and someone will lose, and it turned out she was the one to lose. Tapping out to Miyu. A lot of stress and anxiety rests within the idol industry. Leah from the K-pop group ITZY had to step away from the group recently due to extreme cases of anxiety, but even in the lower budget J-pop idols like this spin-off of two pre-existing idol groups of the same name, mind you, in her hardcore matches that we'll get to, she had to perform with the up girls before them too. Intense, yet she grinds on. She developed her own style and expressed her own individuality away from the up girls. Her in-ring style vastly improving, showing lots of fire and aggression. Her flexibility is beautiful, despite not having a style based on it. Hikari Noa has arguably one of the best bridges in wrestling, rivaling Sori Ano's a pure bridge. You can do math with that perfect parabola. Selling-wise, she's above a lot of the others, and it makes sense given her quest to willingly receive death, but I pop every time I see her take a shot to the face and she falls like this. But look at simple bumps, she takes them very, very well. Or gets tortured like this. Performance-wise, she also has a high ceiling. For someone who doesn't care about being an idol or in the realm of acting, her later work in the hardcore realm is actually well performed, and she has fun. She's never not smiling with those teeth that eat cheese and bread and call it pizza. She's adorable, of course she is. Look at her with her dog, it's wholesome. But Hikari Noa also has one of my favorite outfits in TJPW. It's something I don't ever actually talk about, but if you were to take a pie graph and form why I like wrestling, a good chunk on why I like Joshi's would be fashion. I don't ever play with optimized armor in Dark Souls, nobody does. It's all about fashion souls, baby. Joshi's very much have some of the best in-ring gear, period. But that's a different video. Hikari Noa's gear is either her baggy pants hardcore, I'm such a Tekken Fire punk rocker, alt girl boss steampunk screamo bitch, it's such a vibe. And her normal gear is really cool with the tassels hanging off the side that I believe was mentioned in commentary as belonging to her prior tag partners. So she's a pirate. She's got the drive, the dreams, the goals, and is a quality professional wrestler. But beyond developing into a hardcore style that she wants to do, she has shown uniqueness in just the way she delivers her simple moves to give them individuality. The Yup girls would form their own personalities and adventures, and Hikari was no different, finding a tag team partner with the older Natsumi Maki. She, who had not yet fallen under the delusion that she is a cute fairy that goes... Natsumi already had much more experience and age over Hikari Noa, battling her in victory and forming a team for over 25 different occasions. They would receive their only Princess Tag title shot against the magical Sugar Rabbits, where Hikari shows much fire and Natsumi out there showing she was always as good as she currently is. What a performer! Hikari would tank all of Yuka Sakasaki's powerful forearms and reverse it into an Okana row with a perfect bridge. That was actually a 3 count, but the ref restarted the count once the bridge was fully applied, causing only a 2 count. The crowd thought that was it though. The Sugar Rabbits teamwork would be too much for them, and Yuka would ironically hit Natsumi's future gift to end the match. They would once again face each other in the Tokyo Princess Cup that Natsumi won again, taking a little longer than their first bout. And while it seemed their team was primed to make a name for themselves, Natsumi was destined for stardom. Recruited by Julia to join Donna Del Mondo in a different realm altogether, where she would become a fairy. A cute fairy that goes... She would face Hikari Noa one more time, and would be a lovely story to say that Noa finally beat Maki, but Noa is still too young in her career and doesn't possess the strength to overcome Maki's. A story that would funnily enough be repeated with a different Maki. Seemingly all alone, Hikari Noa would be joined by her best friend. Senna Shiori was known for her colored hair, her youthful exuberance, and her entrance music. Her entrance music slapped. I won't play it because I don't need to sound an alarm to Cyberfight, but it basically starts like it's on the soundtrack to Smallville, before turning into an emo alt track before morphing into an extreme death metal. But the person who comes out is this person. Oh, it's this person. Senna Shiori was Hikari Noa's younger best friend before Noa was even a wrestler. She had aspirations of her own to become a wrestler, and Hikari invited her to TJPW to train. From what I watched, she moved around the ring much better than someone with her experience oughta. As fate would have it, Senna and Hikari would face off, with the best friends not taking it easy on each other, but Hikari would eventually score the victory. They eventually formed their own team, Hikashiro. Looking at this portion of her career from the outside, Senna's influence on Hikari is pretty telling. From the gear to the hair, you can tell these two are best friends. Look at them smile and be mischievous little goblins here. Oh, you little sneaks. What sneaks? Together they reached the semifinals of the Futari no Princess Max tournament, but they were up against Saki-sama and the most evil goblin on earth, May Saint Michelle. Oh, she's so evil. She would fight hard against them, but Saki-sama be stepping on Senna, and May Saint Michelle does May Saint Michelle things, but you can't outsmart May Saint Michelle either, because she's fucking Satan and deserves to be locked up forever. But she would torture Senna until she had no choice but to tap out. Hikashiro had a definite long-term potential to be bright and fun and mischievous little creatures, these BFFs rising to complete their goal, to win the Princess Tag Team titles. Unfortunately, this purple blue-haired upstart coming out to death metal had to retire far too early due to a chronic illness that couldn't be helped. She graduated in a match against her best friend, Hikari Noa, losing to the Blizzard Suplex and ending her career. Hikari Noa, once again, was alone. Before she retired her best friend, Hikari Noa would finally receive her wish. She would have a hardcore match against Rina Yamashita. Who is Rina Yamashita? They call her the Death Match Amazon. Any questions?
No, that's good enough.
Rina Yamashita is the current GCW Ultra Violent Champion for over 400 days. She is a mad woman in blue. She's never wrestled in Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, and they brought her in to face Hikari Noa in her first ever hardcore match because Hikari Noa has wanted this her entire career, and she went in knowing she was gonna die, and she died, but she got destroyed with dignity. And now, what's even more impressive, she still performed with the Up Girls beforehand. Oh my Raku! Hikari would show she is a capable contender to face against Yamashita and is the first to bring weapons, her own single CD. Oh no, but you brought the weapons in, girl, which means you gotta be the one that lands. Oh, Rina don't like your music, I don't think so. Hikari, the spinning now. Oh, the cutest spin in the world. It's clear Hikari hasn't done this before, and Rina punishes her for it big time. I mean, Hikari wanted this, and Rina just giving her what she wants. Jesus! Hikari takes 90% of the bumps here. Just constant death, constant punishment, constant, oh my god, this crazy girl receiving this chair shot. Ow! Hikari's comeback is brief, allowing an opportunity to pay tribute to her deathmatch hero and inspiration Jun Kasai with the Pearl Harbor splash, but not enough to win. Rina would come back pretty easily, and the image of Hikari getting her ass knocked down on her own idol CDs is incredibly symbolic. Rina would finally finish Hikari's first hardcore match with a Splash Mountain Bomb on these chairs. Whew. The match served its purpose. The idea of it even happening was the point, and Hikari was set to take some big bumps, but she's not done yet. She has just started her road to be the deathmatch queen, but first she would have to retire her best friend from professional wrestling. She would have little time to process this event as she immediately received a title shot for the International Princess Championship against the champion, Yuka Kamafuku. The International Princess Championship is a mid-level championship that was won by Hikari Noa's former partner, Natsumi Maki, and Noa would continue a more hardcore style, taking bumps right on the chairs. But Noa's determination fuels her aggression, and she would hit an avalanche blizzard and follow up with another blizzard suplex with her perfect, beautiful bridge for the victory and her first championship in her career. Even though she won the title in front of no fans, the title meant a lot to her. She wanted to use it to express individuality. Hikari Noa would finally begin her quest to live in death. And by that, she wanted to bring more and more of that hardcore style into her matches. She would appear at Dramatic Dream Team's Peter Pan 2021 in an exploding barbed wire baseball bat match with a bunch of dudes against Living Legend and a crazy son of a bitch who smoked a cigarette for his Tokyo Dome entrance all those years ago because he's a fucking Chad, Onita, as well as the cutest in the world, Maki Itoh. And Hikari could not help but smile as she beats dudes with chairs. It's adorable how this cheese bread, no tomato sauce eating sadist willingly and excitedly hits the button to activate the barbed wire, and holy SHIDA! God damn! And she did it again, but this time with Maki on the other side, as these two steal the show from Hardcore Legends by delivering the cutest barbed wire baseball bat explosion in the world. She would have yet another hardcore match, this time against now Kakuta, the Rat Chaser. Has more years of experience and age over Hikari Noa. She is a crafty and smart and aggressive wrestler, and these two are having a hardcore match because... lore. Nothing really remarkable happens again. It's just standard stuff you've seen in hardcore matches and nothing too extreme either. But it stands out because it's Hikari Noa, an idol of the Up Girls who literally just performed doing this. and this match produced some blood. Oh yes, the blood. Hikari finally bleeds, and oh, she bleeds. And this spot with the chairs, and they start beating each other. And Noah's performance here, the grogginess from the loss of blood, the stagger down, but still willing herself up to fight again. And then the comeback with the dropkick off the ladder, and the blizzard suplex on her idol CDs, followed by a blizzard suplex with a bridge on a stack of chairs for the victory. Hikari Noa has won her first hardcore match, and through their war, they found friendship, because of course they did. Together, Hikari Noa and Kakuta leave as friends. Hikari Noa would defend the championship, a then record 4 times, but now a tied record with the person who would eventually beat her. She would hold the second longest reign at 245 days, but Thunder Rosa unfortunately could not defend her title for over 270 days. As such, you could see Hikari Noa as having the longest reigning and defending championship reign. I love you, Thunder. But it was not just a big moment for her as well, but a wonderful little sign of her hard work paying off. She saw herself as the weakest of the up girls, with the least talent, athletic background, and will to even be an idol. She would work her ass off to be a good professional wrestler, and was awarded with the middle tier title before any of the other up girls. She would defend against Raku, Marika Kabashi, Yuka Aino, and fellow up girl Miyu Watanabe with such an awesome swing, but she lost with a surprise blizzard suplex victory out of nowhere from Noah. She would face an opponent she lost to before, but this time the roles are reversed. Maki Itoh was the International Princess Champion then, and she faced the young challenger Hikari. Now, Maki Itoh is the desperate challenger, having lost a string of different title matches prior, and Hikari Noa is making her name as a fighting champion. But the former champion, Maki Itoh, is red hot on fire during this moment. Her appearance on AEW and her brand exploded her beyond the world of TJPW, making her undoubtedly their biggest name outside the hardcore TJPW fan base. With all this against Hikari, it's also important to add how throughout their history, Hikari Noa rarely comes out victorious against Maki Itoh, and definitely not in singles. But the thing about Maki Itoh is that if you are watching this and made it this far and only know Maki from her time in AEW, you probably only know her as the fired idol who does cute headbutts and cries and does cute things and is just the cutest in the world and weird and super Maki. You've probably never seen serious Maki. And this Maki, desperate to beat Hikari, she would eventually latch on Itoh punishment and bend the living hell out of Noah, forcing her to tap out in what is an insanely awesome visual. Oh my god, a bend! What a fitting end to Noah's reign. Literally tortured to the point where she had to give up, but at least it was through extreme pain. I feel she would have it no other way. She would cap off her run by facing the biggest name she's faced thus far, Hikaru SHIDA. Holy SHIDA, actual SHIDA on the channel, the SHIDA, holy SHIDA. But here comes Noah with the chair. She challenged SHIDA. Oh dear, she crazy. No, they're crazy, just for no reason. Oh jeez. In the ring, the stronger SHIDA dominating the younger Noah, but Noah, the ever-crafty warrior, finds a way to bring SHIDA down, lock her in her Cobra twist. SHIDA would attempt to come back with this little deathmatch princess with her flash pins, but SHIDA the stronger. Look at this perfect suplex from both. The movement by Hikari Noa is just beautiful work. Noah's back stretched, her comeback prevented because of it, but she fights through, showing her warrior spirit, hitting her blizzard suplex, but no bridge allows SHIDA to kick out, bending the back and destroying her again. The beautiful cell of Noah, followed by the final Falcon Arrow for the Hikaru SHIDA victory. It was a big moment for Noah, as even in defeat, she did so well and sold everything beautifully. I've binged a lot of Hikari Noa, but this was the first match I started with, and it truly set a tone for Hikari Noa. before her big match with Hikari SHIDA, and immediately after losing her International Princess title, she would enter yet another tag team, this time with the friend she made over beating each other senseless and bleeding profusely in a ring in this world of cuteness. Now, Kakuta, and together they formed the team with the best name in all of tag team wrestling, Free Wi-Fi. Why? Because everyone loves free Wi-Fi. Unless a team comes out named Free Healthcare in America, Free Wi-Fi is the most adorable name around. They are super fun together, always smiling and laughing. They also work very well with the more experienced and older now Kakuta teaming with the fledgling Hikari Noa. They are very mischievous and aggressive, not afraid to use their brain to distract the ref while the other undoes the turnbuckle padding. But they are also winners. They made it to the second round of the Max Heart tournament, losing to the Buckalette sisters, but afterwards hardly lost in standard tag team matches, leading to a tag title shot against the Magical Sugar Rabbits, where they would literally do absolutely everything possible to win this goddamn match, using every single trick available in the book. But this is a match against a tricksy little rabbit and a pissed off magical girl, Yuka Sakazaki, and eventually, Mizuki would use her surprising power to hit a beautiful fall-away suplex with a bridge on Hikari Noa for the victory. Despite the loss, Free Wi-Fi remains a popular act who consistently win their standard tag team matches, once again making it to the second round of the 2023 Max Heart tournament, only to lose to her rival Maki Itoh and her partner, the ace Miyu Yamashita. But they would also get to finally perform in America at the LA show, where they were super popular because we Americans especially love free Wi-Fi. Just look inside any Starbucks. But they even won their match against Daisy Monkey with their sweet finish. Free Wi-Fi's momentum has not slowed down just yet. It's still at full bars, and the Magical Sugar Rabbits had to vacate their tag titles because of Yuka Sakazaki's injury and her impending graduation from TJPW, leaving a wide vacancy in the realm of TJPW. Those Princess Tag Team titles are just waiting for Free Wi-Fi, but they still gotta earn it.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby.
Hikari Noa's future success seems consistent with free Wi-Fi, but her singles career is still blossoming. She was a quarterfinalist in the 2022 Tokyo Princess Cup, losing to Yuka Sakazaki. She faced Saki Akai in a really good singles match. She traveled out of her realm into a different realm altogether, one filled with nightmares and blood and nightmares and blood and blood and blood, to wrestle in the women's organization Pro Wrestling Eve in an attempt to regain her title from Alex Windsor, but lost because she was blood depraved from being in this city of blood and nightmares and blood and blood and... I'm kidding. She even made some AEW appearances during her venture in America, and also was able to team with Hikaru Shida at Summer Sun Princess 2022 with beautiful outfits. And she gets to do some fun stuff with Shida, ending the match with a beautiful release blizzard suplex and Shida finishing the job. It's an awesome pairing, yet Hikari Noa is still not at the level to break the ceiling and remove the four idols from their throne, but her aspirations toward being a Death Queen are slowly being realized in real time. This year alone, she had her very first death match and TJPW's very first death match against a deathmatch warrior, Sawyer Wreck. Standing at 6'2", she towers over Hikari Noa, and oh, it's a fucking light tube match. To say that Hikari Noa walked into this match knowing she's going to get completely demolished is an understatement. The match wasn't remarkable. They did as basic of a death match as you can, which is good. The whole point, again, is not the quality of the match, but the fact that it happened in TJPW. With Hikari Noa in it, she willed this match into existence, just like willingly eating sauceless cheese pizza and championed through it. Wreck, well, wrecked her. Into the tube she goes, onto the chairs, smashes tubes into her, says hi to the pile of chairs again. Hikari's comeback is noble, smashing wreck over the head with a tube, but dies outside onto chairs. To Hikari's credit, she just takes it all. You feel bad for her after a while, but this is what she wanted. She wanted to do this match and to show her strength. But when Wreck can't put her away, she knows she's gotta teach Hikari a lesson and chokeslams her into a pile of light tubes for the victory. Sawyer Wreck easily beats and shows her dominance like blah, but still shows her respect for Hikari for being her first deathmatch opponent, and the result left Hikari's back bleeding like a warrior. But she did it. She lived through death and came out looking badass. This is what she wanted. She wants to be a death queen and is so happy to be covered in blood. She's a funny weirdo, as she now has a very noticeable scar on her back, but once more, she wants to be like Jun Kasai, and that's... oh... really, girl? Really? But then you see that she willingly eats sausage cheese pizza, and it starts to make sense, as at this moment, she's not a deathmatch queen. She has much work to do if she wants that title, but she is definitely the deathmatch princess, not just for her age or placement in a fictional deathmatch queen tier list, but because of her, quite frankly, insane aspirations in the realm of deathmatches. This fighting, edgy, dog-loving idol who wants to be covered in blood. She's unique, but she's not gonna come after the crown that Suzu Suzuki left behind. Hikari Noa is still in a realm where they just don't do that, and frankly, shouldn't do too many of that. I'm not someone who really watches death matches unless it's like something unique and special, or in Suzu Suzuki's case, because she's Suzu Suzuki. For me, it's less entertaining and more for purposeful cringe inducing myself, like it's a try not to cringe challenge. I don't really like seeing Jukasai land on meat cleavers. That's just something I don't want to see. Regardless of people who say deathmatch wrestling is safer, I believe you, but it's not something I want to watch. So I can't say I wish for Hikari Noa to go through this path, but I respect the hell out of it. She is her own individual, and if she wants to explore more death matches, she is in her right to pursue her dream as a deathmatch queen. But that's what it is, a dream of a princess. Because she has the dreams of one without maybe understanding the reality of it. Or maybe she does, and having a back covered in scars is the absolute reality she wants. And maybe she can achieve that dream. But I think it's more likely she gets to run over President Takagi with an exploding van while sleeping. But that's also why she fascinates me and why this video exists. This adorable blue-haired dog-loving idol who only had ambitions to be an idol because it would lead to wrestling. And not just wrestling, but deathmatch wrestling. It's not just insane. But she is already the deathmatch queen of TJPW. The sky is the limit for this 25-year-old. She has a great tag team with the best tag team name in free Wi-Fi. A list of great matches to watch. Such an amazing fashion both in the hardcore and normal. A great move list. Phenomenal at selling. One of the most beautiful bridges in wrestling. Sings her own theme song and also getting there as a theatrical performer as well. Something I didn't even talk about. She is easy to love, easy to root for, and with continuous great work, she will achieve any dream she wants. Hikari Noa is already breaking ground. But please eat a real pizza. Thank you to all my Patreon sponsors. We have Jeff Dup, Channel Geek and Noah's Dad, Anthony Alinales, Tej, Renee Valdez, Ace, Trace, Maddox, Justin Stein, Matthew Pilachuska, Neil Jeffu, John Doe, Terrence Danwick, Edward Kaczynski, Kev Mullen, MK Ray, Kanashige, Party Money 520, Punkwick's Videos, Minisha Wakawas, Boobas, Juggernaut Graphics, Shut Up Ingo.wave, Ash, McGee, Boggle, James 98X, Eric's Curious 4522, Majin Kai, I Want Victims, JLA, Julius Sunglasses, Chihuahua, Paul, Darwin, Picklesheimer, Scott, Racer, Steven Siemens, Dakota Monroe, and Carvatari D. Thank you, all of you.